Hi, this is Kari, bringing you Harbringers Infinity War. Now, this game got suggested to me by my friend who said, "Hey, I know you like Shin Megami Tensei, by extent Persona. Here is a game that rips off the entire UI of Persona 5. I'm like, oh my god, is this Chinese? And apparently it's not, I guess, but it has Chinese dubbing? I don't know. I'm very confused what this game is or what it does. And yeah, I'm gonna try and talk about it. It's basically an AFK game. It's idle heroes just with anime titties, you know? You feel me? As I said, it's an idle game. It rips off the entire UI of Persona 5. Now, by ripping off, I mean, you know, it takes inspiration from the UI Persona 5. Obviously, you don't have a lot of icons and a lot of things and little details that the Persona 5 couldn't provide for this game. But at the same time, you know, it's not the most amazing idle thing ever. As I said, because it's an idle game, let's just jump into quote-unquote combat. You can see you have your passive thing going on where they search for stuff and you just receive the bonuses. And you go in, you can see your heroes fighting the other heroes. And I would go into this stage, which is 4.6, but as you can see, my power level nowhere close to this. And numbers don't lie. This game doesn't have any intricacy, so even if you're below certain power level, you can somehow power through just by sheer tactics or something. Or if you're below like a couple hundred or something, you're gonna be like fine. You know, if you're below 100 or 200, maybe you're gonna be fine. But if you're below like 1,000, good f***ing luck. It's not gonna happen. It's just not. The numbers mean everything. There's nothing you can really do. The game plays on automatic. You can't even do anything on the previous stage besides just select search and hope for the best. So we're just gonna go to Bounty and I'm gonna try and showcase the gameplay there. Now I could go to D+, but boom, 19 bloody thousand. You would never beat that. You can't. There's no way to outsmart the system. Here we go, boss encounter. Look at them titties. Look at them titties. So here we go. You can see there are different angles, different cameras. I like this one. I can see my heroes from the front, which is, you know, the most important part of the hero. You can speed up. The usual, you can just put it on auto, which essentially means they're just gonna use ultimate skills for you. Nothing else. Everything else, like you saw, they started attacking without me even doing anything, just entering combat. So let's put her into an ultimate attack mode where she will just use up her ultimate when her turn is here. There we go. You get a little animation, not with all heroes, and you get basically what is a ripoff of an all-out attack in Persona. So there we go. And victory, which is, you know, gameplay, I guess. Not really. It's not gameplay at all, but, you know, it's an idle game. I don't really expect a lot from an idle game, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of, when you have such a huge number jumps, where you kind of just have to sit there and do nothing for pretty much a whole day to farm up the loot you need to proceed. Because before I went to the 4.6 in the stages, in the main story stages, the power level in here was like obviously below 11 or maybe 11,100 more than my power. And it just suddenly jumped to 15. It's just kind of, you know, it forces you out of the game. And I don't think a game should force you out of it. I get it. It's an idle game. But at the same time, you kind of want to keep people inside the game, you know, because that's how games work. Am I doing this wrong? Did something change throughout the time where games stopped being games? You know, I don't mind idle games. Actually, I have an idle game on my phone. It's called AFK Arena, and I love it. It's a great game, but at the same time, you know, it's not forcing you out of the game. There are a bunch of things to do, and by the time you're done, you're kind of like, you know, I'm done with the game for now for a while, you know. And when you're back, there's, again, a ton of things to do. Now, it's quote-unquote an open beta or something, but, you know, when you're in open beta, you really expect this game to be a little bit more finished or a little bit more intricate than just that. overall, let's go into the Heroes collection. You can see I have a couple, not too much. I didn't really do any pulls. Yeah, let's check it out. You go into the Heroes main menu. You can see them in 3D and 2D. 2D art is beautiful, I have to say. I really love it. All the 2D art of the heroes is really, really nice. I have to say, I didn't find one that I extremely disliked. 3D is also okay, you know, it's pretty good models. It's not the best models, but for anime models, they have nice details, they have nice animations. Obviously, there's things that clip through, obviously, but, you know, you can't really expect much from this. They're very nice, very sleek, and they really keep true to the 2D image that they take from. So I can appreciate that, you know, the effort was put in. So you level up, but holy shit, leveling up takes a lot of these XP chips, like a lot. Equipment is probably the easiest way to upgrade. You equip better gear, obviously, and you can enhance the better gear, which I'm gonna just do now for show. You can just quick add, but it's gonna quick add to the max, and even upgrading costs a lot of money, and you don't get abundance. That's my money, and you upgrade everything with money. You upgrade gear, you upgrade your little astro thingies, which I'll show you later. So here we go, we can enhance. We can evolve the gear, since we have one extra by luck. We can evolve it to an extra star, which basically just adds extra things. And then there's two options that I don't have unlocked. I don't know if it's just completely locked from the game or they will be unlocked but later in the game. There's a lot of unclear things. There's this thing, favor degree. Here, I got favor degree with Nightingale. So basically you get little cubes and little voucher looking things to give them, I think those are called books actually, to give to the heroes, and they influence Astrolabe. Astrolabe is, I don't know even if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but at the same time, I don't know what it's supposed to say really, so who cares? It's, you know. Can anybody tell me how unimpressed I am with this game? So yeah, you get these little advantage thingies for your hero that you can upgrade, and you see you need a bunch of thought books. Who decided to name them thought books? This game is just the best. You need these fragments for certain upgrades, and you need fragments to advance the favor as well for the heroes. Yeah, you end up needing a lot of hero fragments. So with an S hero, I can't even imagine how much you would need. But at the same time, I'd imagine you'd get a lot of hero fragments for pulling an S hero. That's that really. You have your pulls, you know. We can do some. You get 10 pulls for the S. And even if you pull in singles, the counter will go down in singles. So, you know, that's something nice. You don't need to constantly pull by 10 or like keep getting crystals by 10 because it saves the counter, which is probably like the only great game changing thing. You have your store, which is just the store, you know. Duh. You have benefits, which is you can log in if you want the crystals and stuff. It's really hard to complete the stages, and because you kind of need to keep AFK from the game because you're grinding for resources. I can't really imagine getting all of this in 5 days. Well, 7 days in total. So I imagine they kind of think you'd spend money for it, which is just greedy. You have stuff in your bag. Oh my god. I'm so unimpressed by this game. When people tell me, you know, Shin Megami stuff is there and that, and I love the series, and obviously by extent Persona, you know, but Persona is its own thing now. I'm not gonna get into it. When I got told that this game is kind of like Persona UI and stuff, I'm like, oh, well, sounds great. I hope it's okay. You know, I didn't really hear about the game. I don't really know what the game is. I think the only real nice thing is that how close to Persona 5's UI everything is, and that heroes are kind of like demons in Persona and SMT games. You know, you have Helen of Troy, Jeanne d'Arc, Florence Nightingale, Thomas Edison, which I always suspected Thomas Edison was a tiny anime girl with lamps coming out of her ears, but everybody called me crazy, but look at that. Look at that. You have Nikola Tesla, and there's obviously a bunch of other stuff. Here I have Arsène Lupin. who's, if you guys don't know, the main character's demon Persona 5, which is, I think I like their iteration of Arsène Lupin more, mainly because it's a cute anime dude, but it's just me. At the same time, you know, my main character doesn't set on fire because of emotions. So I have that going on. You know, you win some, you lose some. I can't say I'm impressed with this game. I can't even say I recommend this game. I don't even know why I leveled up to 30, but honestly, it's not hard. You just kind of keep it AFK. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Review. Done. Next review. Anyways, I guess that's all I really have to say. If you want to try it out, I'll leave the downloads link in the description as always. And as always, I run this in Mumu. It runs the best. Not impressed. Damn. Yeah, not impressed at all. Anyways, wow, for once I don't really know how to close out video. Well, there you go. Well, that's that then. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye-bye now.